everyone, welcome back to Bricks by Keenan. What are we building today?
Meow. We're building the Tuxedo Cat.
Whoop whoop. Okay, so we did something really cool for this build, and on the LEGO Builder app, there is a feature, I'm not sure if it's new, but there's a feature that lets you build together and you kind of trade off pieces and give each other pieces and make little things, but in short, you get to build it together. And so that's what we did on this set, and we're really excited to show you.
You ready?
Let's get into it. Alright, and we're back after building. You ready for the reveal?
Alright,
3,
2,
2,
1.
1.
Whee! So this is the Tuxedo Cat. It is... Can I see the box for 2 seconds?
1,710 pieces.
Yep. It is a really big set. It is our biggest set to date that Caitlin and I have, either one of us has worked on. It is 20 bags. So couple of neat things that we did with this is, one, we bought it used. So there were a few minor challenges with that. As careful as you can be, there were a couple of missing pieces, and that is absolutely okay. We can get them. It's a fun build, but I think the funnest part I had was building with you. As she mentioned earlier, there is a feature in the app that says build together. We had no clue what we were doing. So we went, sure, let's jump in on the biggest set we've ever done. And
it was definitely an adventure, to say the least.
It was. It lets you open a bag and you work some pieces and your partner works some pieces, and then it tells you when to open a new bag. But one of the things that we found out was, I don't know how to describe it.
Like, I think what you were trying to say, it like records like where you're at in the thing. So let's say I was working on the head, right? And there were little pieces that like I needed that were like easy to put together. So it had, while I was working on that, it had her do like a bunch of little stuff, and then she would move on to something else. And then when I was ready to put that part on the thing, like when I was clicking the steps, and when I was ready in that thing to put those things on the head, it would tell you to like your icon to give it to the other icon. So, and it would show you which piece. So if I needed, like when I needed the ears, it showed, or when she needed the ears, it showed me to give the ears to her so she could put them on. And so it like, you're working on, until the entire set is like over, you're working on something the entire time.
Yes, that is true. The other interesting thing was, if I'm being slower doing the pieces that I'm doing, somehow the app knows and it lets her keep building more pieces instead of stopping her from doing what she needs to do. And then, like she said, it would say, it's a really cool little line. It has an arrow and tells you which piece and who to slide it to. Yeah. So
the whole time I would just be like, well, and then randomly it'll interrupt you to do that while you're building. Yep. So if I made a little piece for her and I'm just like building away, it'll like interrupt my screen, and then I'll go.
Yep. So it was a pretty cool adventure. Would you do it again?
I think with maybe a smaller set to.
Oh, I was thinking when you and Frankie build Yoda, you could do that.
We actually kind of have to. So yeah, look forward to that. It is coming, but we've been super busy lately. We'll let you know a date soon.
Yes. Okay. So some really cool features about the cat. It did take us 2 days to build.
About 4 hours.
But I want to do a shout out to Daddy for getting us the cat. We had just lost our cat, and it was a tortie cat, not a tuxedo. But since Lego doesn't have a tortie, he got us this one. And
Lego, if you want to make a tortie, we'll buy it if you put it out there.
There you go. So that was just super sweet, and I want to throw a thank you out to Daddy for getting us the cat.
All right, okay, let's move on to
let's talk about the fun pieces.
Okay. So you see how long the tail is, right? Also, it kind of just awkwardly comes out straight. Not really sure how that happens, but anyways, it kind of moves over here. Not that much, but it kind of like waggles. 2 pieces. But here's my favorite part.
I keep telling you, she's not an owl. Stop.
I also like that like you can move the ears.
Yeah.
And the mouth kind of moves a little bit.
Yeah. And I've been playing with its feet the whole time, moving them different directions.
Ooh, and we don't have them with us currently, but something cool I find about this set is for eye colors, it gave you two different options, like a yellow one and a blue one, and we put the blue one in. And for the mouth,
it gave you two options.
It gave you like a masculine, like straight one, and then like the
more feminine
mouth, and we chose that one because we're girls.
Yep.
But yeah.
So.
And our cat was a girl.
Yep. So, okay. So that's our thoughts on the cat build. Super cute. One of my favorite builds we've done so far.
Definitely. I love how detailed it is.
It is very
like down
detailed.
To the point.
There were pieces when we were building that both of us went, "What is that?"
It's like, what is that?
And it eventually, reveals itself to you because the inside structure does not look cat-like. Just so you know,
there's like the window pieces without the windows in there. All right, on to ratings.
All right, so first up is accessibility. Assembly. It's accessible to everyone. How about assembly?
Okay, I'm gonna give it a 7.
Okay.
What do you give it?
I'll go with an 8. I thought it was pretty easy. I thought the app made it very easy to do.
Oh yeah, that made it way better.
One of the things that was a struggle, I think you mentioned before, is if one piece got done incorrectly, then it was harder to go back to it.
Yeah, because if it got done like by me and then wrong by me and it gets to her, then I have to go back from what I'm doing and like click back.
Which reminds me, one of the things, do you see the book? It's on Daddy's desk, it's okay. One of the things that we discovered was that in building from the manual, it may do it in the same order, but when you're partner building, you put it together in different places, because there was one piece I had to go back and redo, and in the book it was like bag 4, but we were on bag 12, building together. So, and
it also, it had me like hold on to the legs, like the front legs, for a while. They were just kind of standing there, and apparently, and there was this like chest piece that you put on, and apparently it had you before like attach the legs to the chest piece for a while, and then put that on, and then put the head on.
So just a difference in building from the manual, or it even could be the fact that we were doing a partner build.
Yeah.
But that was a very interesting assembly discovery.
It was very interesting.
Is playability.
I'm going to give it like a... What are you going to give it?
I'm going to give it a 5.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 5 too. Because it's not made like to be played with. It's kind of made to be looked at, but still, like, there's like this little triangle piece you can fidget with. You can move his entire head around. You can move his ears. You can move his tail. Actually, I'm going to give it a 6. Because it's not meant to be played with, but you can still play with it.
Yeah. I think it's meant to sit somewhere, and as you walk around, you can reposition it. Not play with it, but reposition it.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to give it a 5, actually.
Okay, so it's a 5.
There's this little triangle piece I've been wanting to show that's what I was talking about. It's a little, like, fidget part. I don't know. It's cool.
Kitty has a fidget. Visually.
I think I'm going to...
I know what I'm giving it.
I know what you're giving it to. I'm going to give it a 9.5, but I'm betting you're going to give it a 10.
I am, because it really does look like a cat. It's proportionate. Sometimes Lego builds aren't quite so proportionate. This one looks proportionate. It looks like it could be a cat sitting there. And I'll be honest, this morning, because we finished building last night, and it was sitting on the table where we build, and I walked from the hallway into the living room, and I was like, oh yeah, that's our Lego.
She's back, guys.
I thought a black cat had invaded our kitchen.
I've had dreams about that.
So,
but yeah, actually, I'm gonna give it a 10. There's nothing that I see wrong with this.
Okay.
All right, overall rating.
Overall.
All right, I know I'm gonna give it.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it an 8.
An 8.
The
I can go with that.
playability score definitely lowers it, but I will say it looks amazing. The 10 for visual, which we don't give out a very lot, definitely helps it. It's a really great set. It was really fun to build, if it wasn't exactly easy. I also changed my easy with 7 when we scored 8, so there is that. But it was very challenging in the way that it was like a new adventure. But the set itself, it looks really good. And I'm sure if we had just done it by the manual single person, it probably would have been a little easier.
So I will give it that. I don't. Personal opinion, I don't think it would have been easier.
I do think it's cool though because when you build with each other, it like takes way less time. So it's probably would have taken me if I had built it like 8 hours.
But it took us 2 days. I'm thinking 3 days.
Maybe 10 hours.
It would have taken me 3 days.
Maybe 10 hours. But I also think it's cool because you get to see like how fast I build versus how fast she builds. Yeah.
And that was kind of fun because at times you would see both of us going, trying to.
We kind of started racing each other sometimes.
Yeah, not in a bad way, just in a how fast can you put things together. So okay, so overall we're going with an 8.
Are you good with that?
Yeah. So there you have it, guys.
Tuxedo Cat.
Tuxedo Cat. Where's the box again, please? This is set number 21349. Again, 1,710 pieces, and it really does kind of look like the box.
Also, guys, I know the box does say $90. We got it at a discount because we got it used. So if you get the set that's not used, it's probably going to be way more expensive. Just a disclaimer.
Yep.
All right.
Bye. Don't forget to
like, comment, share,
and subscribe.
Bye.